I'm gonna have to let go of Kanye West as an artist. He's just no longer someone whose work I can separate from the person he is, cause the person he is has made his art impossible to consume with any semblance of integrity. That was my reaction to Kanye's 2025 Twitter breakdown, where he was at his most blunt and unapologetic about his worldviews, anti-Semitic comments, Nazi support, narcissism, all that jazz, and I basically told myself that it looks like the end. I told myself that I can't support Kanye as long as he continues to go down this hateful path. It was a very clear and strong sentiment now that I look back at it. I still stand by the fact that no matter what Kanye does from that moving forward, it will never erase his actions and how I felt about them, especially since we've seen this long cycle of him escaping cancel culture play out again and again and again. So when it was announced that Bully was set to drop around March of 2026, I figured it was too late for me to care. After all the delays, bad music, and how Ye had completely tarnished his reputation, I was not gonna fall for the trap. At least that's what I told myself. Curiosity just always gets the best of me. Kanye actually put out a few apology tweets, if I remember, and he put out a few statements about how this album was not going to be full of AI. I was expecting him to lie his ass off, but imagine my surprise when I heard the previews from those Bully streams, I think, and it actually sounded listenable. So I guess the only way I could truly know if he was right is if I actually listened to the music. So I did, and it's his best project since Ye, and that's saying something. I was fully expecting to have one of the craziest hate listens of 2026, but no, I actually thought it was good, and I'm confused. I feel so guilty that I actually like this album after everything that this man has gone through over the years. It actually feels so disgusting to sit here and tell you that I think Bully is actually worth your time. And I think if you listen to the album, it's all because we saw a glimpse of the Kanye we once loved. Who would have known if you would just shut up and focus on making good music, you would be appreciated? Is this an MBDTF moment? No, not in the slightest. For the most part, it's consistent and it's not all that offensive. And I know that should seem unfathomable, knowing this is the same man who made Cousins last year, and now he's over here singing and rapping with actual effort. There's so much to like about this project because it doesn't reflect the version of Kanye we've all grown to hate. So that puts me now in a weird position. Keep in mind that this is supposed to be a quick reaction. I just finished listening to the album last night. Right now as I'm recording this, the album still has mixing issues. They're probably gonna be fixed. We've seen this in like The Life of Pablo and Donda, you know. Rumors are spreading around that Kanye still hasn't cleansed AI parts of the songs. I don't know whether to believe that or not. There's no AI credits on the album as far as I know, but some samples, some vocals still sound a bit AI. And it's giving the leeway to a lot of people to simply dismiss it altogether. And I don't blame them, but I listened to the album. It sounds like Kanye has expressed big regret of this past version of himself that we saw over the last few years. Whether you care about that, it's up to you. I still stand by the fact that Kanye's breakdowns were unnecessary. And for the love of God, if we have to talk about separating the art from the artist again, I think I'm actually gonna drink bleach. I cannot ignore those actions, especially since Kanye's recent work forces you to engage with these harmful views that he totally believed in before. But alas, he wants to change yet again. So what if there's an attempt to apologize? Will it actually come off as genuine? And if so, is it too late to hope for consistency in the future? Well, if you want an answer, I think it's a confusing one. I still hate Kanye. I do not think in the slightest that this is a full return to form. But if I have to give him the benefit of the doubt, Bully is a good step in the right direction for Kanye. If you're mad at me saying that because of what I said in my previous video about Ye, I get it. Just know I'm being as cautiously optimistic as possible because Kanye is trying to move away from being this controversial figure again. I am fully aware by doing this I am set to face the consequences if he's most likely gonna break down again. I'll say that I have cared for Kanye the artist way less thanks to what Kanye the human being has done. But it seems like we're going through yet another transformation in a career that's always seen massive bits of change. At 48 years old, honestly, I don't think Kanye has a lot to offer as he used to. He should be close to retirement. Everyone says he should have retired at Donda, but right now it seems like there's no signs of him slowing down. At the very least, I would hope he would have the ability to manage and surround himself with the newfound positivity he claims to have and the love he's getting thanks to this release. But I have been fooled too many times to fully believe in him again. I do ask this. Is it bad to say, fine, I'll give him one last chance, fully aware of the cycle, but with genuine hope that Kanye can rekindle himself? I really don't want to say that I'm enabling the problem here, like I said in my last video, cause if I were, I'd be sounding like a typical Kanye stan, excusing what he did, cause he made graduation, he made Bully, he made the college dropout. By the way, after this, those stans are probably gonna be even more insufferable. I'm already seeing some buffoonery on Twitter, but I'm glad to say that I don't aim to be one of those people. Of course, I'm not over what Kanye did. I will probably never get over it. The effects it has had on me and everyone else will never disappear, but he still has those few surviving bits of his respected legacy as one of the greatest rappers of all time. It's a legacy that's been torn to shreds, and all that's left for him at this point is to move forward and try to leave this industry with some sense of dignity. I'm not willing something seemingly impossible into existence since I saw small signs of growth. Ultimately, only time will tell. If he falls into a pit of insanity once again, which is what I'm honestly expecting to happen, it is what it is. We can all just move on. All I'm getting hope from is what the current state of the music is telling me, and I want to hope for the best. At the very least, just pray he's not gonna willingly harm anyone. Bully should be considered a new chapter in the story tale of Kanye West, and you know what? I'm glad it exists. Everything that has been built to this release has been a total mess. The delays, the previews, the discourse. But you know what? It's a beautiful mess. Will this be worth remembering? We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, this isn't a review, rather just a quick reflection and update after the Kanye rant I made last year. I think I gave this album like an 8.6 out of 10, which means it's solid, but it's ultimately gonna land in the middle of my rankings list, so you're not gonna see it in the album rankings video I make. Anyway, I hope you got something from this video. While I'm at it, because I should probably say it for once, if you genuinely enjoy my content, the best way to support it is subscribing, liking my videos, and commenting whatever you have in mind. If you want to know my other social media, I'm mostly active on Twitter and on my Discord server, where I do listening parties to albums now and then. You're free to join. It's at 87 members right now. I'm really hoping to grow and engage in some great conversations. So yeah, join the Discord server. Big thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.